Hello folks, I'm Eden Casserly, cartoonist, illustrator, animator, creator, artist, writer, general troublemaker. I try to keep things fun and interesting. I draw caricatures. I make people disturbed but entertained at the same time. I do anything that people come by and tell me to do. That's the life of a freelancer. Sometimes it's fun. Sometimes you have to fight with tooth and claw to get work. Sometimes you just love what you do, and sometimes you just kind of humor your clients. You know, they want you to draw puppies and you draw them a puppy, and as soon as the puppy's done, they say, no, we wanted a rock instead. And the money I make goes into my mascara and making more comics. Well, I escaped last night, bribed the doctor. He was a schmuck anyway. My background is mostly just from reading comics, drawing comics, making animations. A lot of it self-taught, a lot of it was inspired from a lot of the great professionals I've seen before. It's a lot of the people here who are drawing, just learn from what they love and they make it in return. And we go on inspiring new generations of children into the same happy freaks that we are.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Gosk. I've been drawing since I was probably 6 or 7 years old. I've been art classes my whole life. I really just love to make good work that people enjoy and really kind of changes the way women are perceived in comics and maybe provides some good role models for girls in the comic industry. It's kind of a catch-all of illustration. Comics are really great for if you want to learn how to compose a frame, if you want to design characters, if you want to understand more about color and story. It's all kind of in there, all in one pretty wrapped package. And I know that if I were in this competition, I could create something awesome for all those girls out there.
Hey, I'm Gaz Gretzky. I'm originally from the East Coast, New Jersey. I live out in Santa Clara now the last 3 years. I used to do a lot of work in New York, a lot of corporate animation type stuff. That's how I paid the bills. I do caricatures. I used to work at a theme park. Now I do kids parties. So I kind of make a living as an artist, but I'm never really doing the art I want to do, which is comics, which is why I started drawing to begin with. But it's hard to break into and hard to make money at. So I kind of do it on my spare time while paying the bills with art that I enjoy less.
What sets me apart from other artists in here? Well, this for starters, I'm just having as much fun as possible drawing people, and you know what? There's no shame, there's no embarrassment. If you're here, you might as well live it up. You have a talent to do, show it off. Give people what they want, and if you don't have exactly what they want here, you grab a piece of paper, you improvise, and you give them what they want. And that's business.
I'm equally interested in either getting a job working for Marvel or having my characters, become popular. And while it'd be great to hit it really big and make a ton of money, that's not really what it's about because I'm paying my bills already. I would much rather be able to just have people see my work and work in that industry and get to play in the sandbox.
Really? My name is Ian Walker, independent comic artist from Santa Rosa, California. I'm the creator, author of my own webcomic here, the Swaggernauts. My thing is I do it for the love. I know that sounds cliche, but I just have stories I want to tell. When it comes to competing, though, I take it very, very seriously. So what you're going to get out of me is quality. So whoever I'm competing against is going to have a hard time because if they don't bring quality.
People always want their pictures drawn in the loveliest of ways, so I come and just draw them as beautiful as they are. Well, there's inspirations both artistically and inspirations for the way you come and do business. Obviously, my whole presentation here is very much in the line of my hero, Alice Cooper. Artist-wise, Steve Ditko is going to be the king for all time. Bill Watterson with Calvin and Hobbes, Mad Magazine, which I'd really love to get into. Hint, Mad!
Hello, I am Stoner Dude, the world famous Stoner Dude from right here in the East Bay, the Bay Area, California. I am a rock and roll heavy metal artist. I'm extremely competitive. In other words, if there's other artists out there, I'm sure they're all great in their own way, but I myself have all my own unique talents. As you can see, I'm very illustrious.
When I first decided to become a professional artist, it was because I got a job at Six Flags doing caricatures, and a friend of mine was going to SVA in New York, School of Visual Arts, so I decided to go as well, got a degree in animation with a minor in illustration.
Hi, my name is Sue. Online, I go by the name Timco. I've been drawing for about 5 to 7 years, close to a decade, I think. Everyone has to start from ground zero and just learn to draw everything and be able to basically accept all the challenges that the industry throws at them. So building up that sense of discipline, I think, is probably really challenging, especially comics where you have to do like 20-some pages a month. It's a really grueling line of work. And so being able to sit down and force yourself to draw things that you might not want to draw is something that I think a lot of artists have a hard time overcoming.
So I've been drawing as long as there have been boring classes in school, and Mrs. Ferguson, who wanted me to learn my multiplication tables and please excuse my dear Aunt Sally and all the math stuff, well, I got the joke on her, because now I'm drawing and I don't need to learn algebra and who won the Battle of 1847.
I do werewolves, I do monsters, I do hot chicks, I do comic books, Arnold Schwarzenegger action type of artwork.
Sometimes I draw just the first thing that comes out of my head, which is what I'm doing right now, and sometimes you have to draw whatever the client or the customer or whoever it is that's walking by wants you to draw. And actually, sometimes that can be interesting because you're drawing stuff that's outside of your comfort zone, drawing stuff that you never thought you were going to do before, and that helps you grow as an artist. And then there are times when you don't need to grow as an artist and you just want to draw whatever. So I'm going to draw my kitty. His name is Mr. Wally Ballnuts. And here he is. He's got big sharp teeth. He does his business on the floor, no matter how many times we've tried to get him to go in the newspaper. Drawing is a lot of fun. Sometimes it's hard to get caught up in the, competing for jobs and competing for attention that you start getting really critical of yourself. But as long as you remember that this is something that you want to do in the first place.
I have the technical skills as well as the creative input to make things not just competent but interesting and different. And I think if it was a competition situation, I wouldn't have trouble meeting the challenges. And I think I would have a good chance of winning. And if I didn't, I would still welcome the opportunity, A, for the personal growth of the challenges, whatever they may be, and B, for just the exposure then of maybe somebody who sees me on television and they like my work and they want to work with me, even if I don't win the grand prize or whatever. I treat it like a job first and art second. And that doesn't mean I don't have passion, it doesn't mean I don't care about it, but it's a job.
My name is Ethan Castillo.
And are you a comic book artist?
Wannabe. I want to be a comic book artist. My favorite comic character is Spider-Man, but I also like Iron Man. I've been drawing since I was about 2 or 3 years old. It's a little while, yeah. 8.
But until they can create a tool that actually can emulate what I can do with a crow quill or a brush, every time I throw a line, it's a unique, original stroke. So if there was some sort of competition about, if you sat a guy doing digital inks next to me doing traditional inks, I'd blow him out of the water. There's no contest there whatsoever.
This is my second fan. Biggest fan is my son Jalen. Here. I always say second because my mom was my first.
Hi, my name is Dawn McTagg. I am from Calgary, Canada. I've been working in comic books for about a year. I am currently working with JP Roth. She's right over there. We just launched our first comic book called Southern Nightgown. If you can see up here, we have a connecting cover. On the left-hand side is my art. On the right-hand side is the amazing J. Scott Campbell. And that's our new comic book series. I just heard about this show idea. I think it is freaking cool.
That's my whole goal, is to keep people entertained. Because if you're having fun, I'm having fun. And if everyone's having fun, then I sell more comics. Oh, you want to see my sock puppet?
What's up, guys? My name is Mark, also known as Hyper Booster. Well, I was born in San Francisco, and I grew up in Thailand for 9 years, and I came here when I was like 16 years old. I've been drawing for about 7 years professionally, but ever since I was 5 years old, I already started to draw dinosaurs. My dream goals and accomplish in what I do is to have my own studio, have my own comic book, have everybody know who I am as an artist, and appreciate my work.
Nobody wants to see your work. Like, whether you're good, you're bad, whatever, just nobody's really interested, But I think the bigger obstacle for me personally, and probably for a lot of artists, is treating it like a job and just getting up and drawing and not waiting for inspiration and whatever else to hit. My dream would be to get my name out there, get to work with the editors and the writers and stuff. And while I write my own stuff, it would be nice to work with some professional writers too. I feel like I could only learn more from working with them. But occasionally you get someone that's a one-man show or one-woman show.
I'm also a drummer with Dale Bosey on Missing Persons, and also play with my own local band called Bong.
But even if I was writing and drawing it, maybe I'd have a letterer or a publisher or an editor. I'm perfectly willing to do it all myself.
Come on, okay, you guys, you think I am? That's my edge. I'm the nice guy. I kill him with kindness. I'll strike you in the throat with love. How about that? Strike you in the throat with love and quality artwork. Right in here, jugular vein, just spew it out, and that's rainbows.
Most of what I work in is digital. I've started experimenting with Copics and watercolors, but I actually majored in 3D animation and modeling. I prefer to draw with a Wacom tablet. I have a Cintiq at home.
I've done some artwork for Howard Stern. I've done artwork for Tommy Chong, Cheech and Chong. And ultimately, if I have the opportunity to compete in this contest, this competition, I will show to the world through this venue that I am worthy of all the rewards and rich and fame that the world has to offer. Thank you very much. Good day.
I'm being interviewed, people. I'm willing to do whatever it takes and beat whatever it takes to win this competition.
I'll take you down, look at point-proven markers. I'm not coming here with coloring books and baby stuff. You step to me, you'll lose. I promise you. Chocolate silk. God, I'm out.
Given the chance or opportunity, I don't think there's anything I wouldn't do to try to get into this industry. I would do pretty much anything.
There's nothing I wouldn't do to make it in this industry.
I feel like the idea of doing challenges to really push me outside my comfort level is really something I need to kind of move on as an artist and really develop my skills. So any challenge you throw at me, I will dominate it.
How would I trash them?
Why would you win? Yeah, why would you win?
With my speed and style. I would do anything to win.
There are awesome, awesome artists that need to be discovered. I've been watching American Idol and the Project Runway and all the different shows that they have in the industry for pop culture. And I've been thinking that we are missing something in art. And I've been wondering if there was any way that a show could be created that would feature art, because I would love to see something like that. Please, please do this show.
I love doing comics. I love monster movies. If I wasn't a cartoon artist, I would want to be a horror movie host. But, you know, there comes a time when you have to be serious and you have to get the work done. I love drawing, I love creating, and, you know, not afraid to show off my stuff, not afraid to, you know, measure my stuff against other people's. Forces you to grow. I'm going to draw no matter what.